Hey everyone, I'm Super Dazza.
And I'm Pearly.
And welcome back to the Smite Community Podcast. We're still going, apparently.
Yeah, episode 3.
Episode 3.
We're veterans now.
We're closer to 1,000 episodes.
3 is nearly 100.
Wow. It's closer than 2.
What, to 100?
Yeah.
I can't fault that logic. You're completely correct.
Thank you. Pearly, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well today. I'm slightly stressed today because I've been packing and doctor's appointments and it's quite a packed day.
We are both away this weekend, so we can't record it over the weekend, which means we are recording this on the Thursday of this week, which means we don't have access to patch notes. And we can't talk about patch notes this week. However, I'm sure they were
we could
great.
pretend to talk about them and just make it up.
Sure. Did you see that change that introduced the god of glorified lawn chairs or whatever?
You're doing really well. Keep going.
Did you see that the glorified lawn chair got released? It was fantastic.
Yeah. I'm so glad they reverted the nerf to Baron Samedi. I feel like they were completely unwarranted.
Oh yeah, that was they reverted the bug fixes. That was great.
I missed those bugs. I'm glad they re-added them.
Oh my god. So it might be a little bit shorter, this one, seeing as we don't have patch notes to talk about. But I think that's good. I feel like we shouldn't be waffling on too much. I mean, last time was an hour and a half, and that was we spoke a lot about mid-season changes in that one because it got turned to live and stuff like that. So
a little behind the scenes thing, the recording for that was 2 hours, I think, and we cut it down from that.
So I've actually got a shorter agenda here. I've actually only got half a page, although I am only using size 10 instead of size 11 like I did last time. If you care, which you don't.
Can you read it then?
I can.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll start off with something still official. It's not patch notes, but we'll start with something official, and that is the reveal of Chef Vulcan and what he's going to be looking like.
Oh, that looked cool.
Yeah,
I saw that.
It is fantastic. It seems to look exactly like the concept art from the community, which was I believe from Rob Draws. I think Rob Draws drew the original Chef Vulcan that everyone upvoted on Reddit and stuff, and they seem to have gone the same way. Like everything is basically exactly the same. You got the whisk. I'm fairly certain he had a whisk leg in the art as well. It's just looking fantastic. The chimneys on the back.
Really good. Although I hate to be a downer, but the voice pack did look a bit not the best.
It's a juicy.
I saw better suggestions. I saw better suggestions out there for the voice pack. Yeah. At least they included the meatball. At least they included the spicy meatball.
Yeah. Thanks, Tina. Oh well, we'll see. As long as he's got an Italian accent, I don't think much can go wrong.
And mentioning spaghetti a lot.
Oh yeah.
Is there any spaghetti mention anywhere?
I hope so. I hope there will be. There's got to be, right?
I want him to scream, "They better not touch my spaghetti," really loudly in a very good Italian accent that I wasn't going to try and do.
In fairness, they are down with the dead memes, so yeah.
Good point.
Fantastic.
So they'll release that in 2 years' time when it's really dead.
I'm not entirely sure when they're going to be releasing this whole skin, actually, because I'm fairly certain they're doing this instead of the community skin that they usually do, which is usually I think 600 gems in game. But then a lot of people have been saying that it could be for the Odyssey this year. So we'll see.
The skin pipeline I know is quite long. And they've just, that teaser was the 3D model, I think, not textured or animated or possibly even rigged. So there's probably quite a long way to go before we see it in game.
But yeah, no, it's looking good. I mean, the tweet did say, was captioned with soon ... Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Soon TM. Man,
It's on the radar.
So excited. We've
that was a meme
this
from a while ago.
We've wanted this since we started.
Oh, since season 1. Chef Vulcan. This is a fun fact. In Smite Community Concepts, our main series, Chef Vulcan is the test skin that we use for all of our internal, like, trying out new formats and new layouts for the videos. We always use Chef Vulcan as the test.
Yeah.
It's part of our history. Like, this is going back until probably
3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. Probably 3 years ago. Yeah.
I think it was about 3 years ago. I think it may have been 3 years ago. Something like tomorrow or something.
Oh.
That I first had the idea for the series.
No, because it was in August that you. Oh, this is August. Never mind. It might have been tomorrow. I thought it was September. Oh God, I've got a whole month to waste. I thought it was September. Yeah.
Bloody hell!
I've just been planning September.
It's been going
like,
too quickly.
stuff.
It's been going too quickly. I feel like. I don't know. I keep thinking it's still July. This year's gone way too quickly.
Okay, the year's gone quickly, but I've spent so much time looking ahead that I still feel like I'm a few months more than I am.
We should probably stop talking about this. This is a Smite podcast. Smite! Mythology!
Smite. Yeah! Neath! Everyone loves Neath.
Guan Yu!
I'm not going to carry on just listing gods. What's the next segment? Go!
So moving on to community stuff now. There was one Reddit post that I really want to talk about, and that is a post by u/Fayakite. Question: What Smite fan merch do you want?
I think I know your answer to this.
What's my answer to this?
The pop figures, the little pop vinyl figures.
Oh, Funko Pops! Oh, that'd be
Funko Pops.
fantastic. Anyway,
Yeah.
Right, I'll read what
You
they
collect
have
them.
to say.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I like to say I collect them, but
Yeah, like not properly. Not like collecting.
Big collectors are gonna like. I have like 11 or something. It's not big. I like to say I'm a collector though.
Yeah, but you still like them. You still like them though. You
follow
them. And you're like, oh my god, this pop vinyl's been released today and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do.
Look at this Bob Ross pop vinyl. I want 3.
Yes. No, I think it was 5. But yeah, so Firekitty says, so I've been handcrafting some Smite inspired items and was wondering what kinds of other things you guys would want. So they made a Fenrir plushie for one of their friends.
Aww.
Obviously a Fenrir plushie actually is an official high-res merchandise right now anyway. You can buy that.
Do they?
Officially from Smite.
Oh, that's cool. I want
one.
one.
They also gave Hi-Res Amanda, when she still worked at Hi-Res, a Nuwa inspired necklace when they saw her at Worlds. So it was like a necklace with 5 gems of Nuwa.
That isn't merch though. That isn't official merch.
No, none of this is official merch. This is completely fan made.
Ow. Okay.
But they ask essentially anything you think would be cool. So we've got some suggestions here. I guess as I'm reading them, you can think of anything you want as well.
Yeah.
Kieran2735 suggests a Cerberus plush. Absolutely.
Oh no! This the new Cerberus skin.
Yes.
Doggy Cerberus skin is a plush.
Yes. Man, that'd be fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
I think some of the relics would be cool, says Mr. Smiggins, as like collector's items or to put on keychains. Like the Aegis amulet would be cool. That would be fantastic.
That does sound actually quite interesting because they They purposefully they did this in like the season 4 patch or season 3, where they actually made sure that every single relic was an actual item, like purification beads, Aegis amulet, all these things,
Yeah,
so you could actually make them.
Sanctuary and whatever they called it, purification, is it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to, as long as they actually work, as long as Aegis amulet actually makes you immune to all damage for 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, well obviously it's Aegis amulet.
Yeah.
Stupid. Cerivius says plush Ymir.
Less good than plush Cerberus.
I still think they're just imagine you could like squeeze his belly and he's just like, hi. And he just says like random Ymir voice lines.
Play swords, all Ymir over here.
And it just comes with a little ward. Fafnir dragon form and Cerberus statues. Fantastic. Says eat rocks and bleed.
What? Don't do that. That's terrible advice.
Yeah. Life-size Rod of Debuti. Asclepius. Lord Smugbun. Yeah, things like hoodies. Oh god. Dark Demoniac wants a Bacchus body pillow. Fantastic, yeah, wouldn't we all?
No.
What do you want? Like, this is a really interesting topic. I'd love
That's
there to
an
be
interesting
more
question.
Smite merch. I don't think we have enough. All we already have right now is like clothing, like hoodies and stuff, and like some statues and and a plushie.
I'm gonna go. I think slightly out of left field, but I want a dog toy.
For
like some kind of like for a dog.
Yeah, but what would the dog toy? Oh right, yeah. But
I don't know. Like maybe like a because you can get like
Aegis or something. A chewable Aegis.
Yeah. But no, like also like you get like elephants and hippos that like you squeeze and make a noise sort of thing. I want that like the Ymir that goes hi. I want that Ymir, but like a dog toy, so it's like you give it to your dog and she's like hi. Yeah. You can throw it for her and stuff.
That'd be fantastic, actually.
I know. I don't know what the best thing would be though. To be a dog toy.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I'd just give us anything. I'm surprised I haven't bought the Pet Fenrir plushie yet. Honestly, I think if I played more Assassins, I'd definitely get it. Like if they brought out like a plushie,
a Kepri plush would be nice. Little beetle boy.
Yeah, like a Kepri.
I don't know. I've always thought of Kepri as like squishy and friendly and nice.
Yeah, man. Oh well, we'll see. Hopefully for the future. If you're listening, Hi-Rez, do some more merch.
Yeah, and not just boring clothes.
Ugh. Not ugh. They're actually kind of cool. Next up, old skin updates. Now, this has been a topic of discussion probably since we started, and it's about the older skins in the game being updated to match kind of what we have, well, you know, what's being released to the in this day. Now, this is a post by Burning Flare X called about those old skin updates that were supposed to happen. So in early January, I don't know whether it was January. I don't know why I said January. I meant 2017. Early 2017 may have been January. I don't know. Hi-Rez Chris said on the Reddit he basically posted skins that need some love. He said there was a recent thread that discussed why we don't go back to old skins and update them. The answer is that we have done that in the past, and half the community that purchased that skin is really, really happy, and the other half is really, really sad that we ruined their favourite skin. However, it was suggested that some of our older models could use some sprucing up, and maybe we could go back and review their textures. Now, that has actually only happened for, I believe, 2 skins, which is the Soul Taker Hades, the skull one, and Aphrodite.
Aphrodite was only like a little kind of... They made her hair look a bit nicer and stuff.
Yeah, but it was good. Like, it was what it needed, right? It got it basically up to scratch. So, Burning Flare X says, we're now almost in August 2018, and the only 2 skins that were updated were those 2. And as far as I know, the former wasn't actually an official update, yeah, like you said, and was done by an employee in their free time, blah, 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 blah. We don't know that for sure. With that said, I think it's safe to say by this point that they gave empty promises and then decided to turn back on it and shove it under the rug. And I think this has been a topic of conversation probably since I think when we from when we started, and it kind of kick-started it back again when Hyros Chris made that Reddit post. So
one of our first skin concept submission, I think it was the second skin concept ever submitted to us, was Death Machine 2.0 Bakasura, which was just a remake for his Death Machine skin,
which we showcased in an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't know, like the thing is, what Hyros Chris says does make sense in that if you do completely redo a skin, then people are going to be unhappy if they like the original skin. But I think texture updates are a good medium, right? Like, people will still like it when they get it from a chest or something, if it's a little bit more updated but keeping the same kind of theme and almost, I guess, look. But it's not so much different, so that
it would have to be a inarguable improvement and not a change to the skin.
Exactly. Well,
like something for example, Death Machine Bakasura, where if you update it, you're completely changing the skin. First of all, that's a waste of money and time from Hi-Rez to remake a skin when they could be making more skins. And second of all, people like that skin because it's retro, because it's like old Bakasura.
Exactly. But Malvodion says, long story short, that you'd have found if you used the search function on the sidebar. I seem to remember reading this somewhere, but I'm not going to say like where it's from or anything because I cannot remember for the life of me. But they say the community killed any chance for any full skin reworks because people abused each chance to try and get a refund on skins they didn't care about, to get gems for a nice shiny new skin. Not much point in wasting time and money just to generate complaints and lose more. Basically, this is why we can't have nice things. Now, I can't remember exactly where that was said before, and I'm not entirely sure whether that was a Hi-Rez employee, but it's still a good topic of conversation in that maybe it has got to the point where people... I don't know. Apparently, so many people are essentially taking advantage of these updates to get free gems.
What, so you're saying they update the skin and they offer a refund for the skin and people abuse that and refund their skin to buy a different skin?
Or they don't offer the refund but people complain about the skin being changed, so they were like, oh, I bought this skin and now I don't like it anymore, can I have a refund? Is what it seems like.
Well, what's wrong with that? I don't think that's an abuse of the system. I don't think that's a thing that is unexpected.
I feel like the majority of people that do have those older skins got it from a chest and didn't buy it for themselves.
Okay, so a few people are going to get 100 odd more gems. I don't know, I don't see it as a huge issue, and I also don't see it as an abuse of the system. It's just using the system. Like, it's not like you can blame the community for refunding the skin for more gems for a skin they want more. That's just, like, I don't know, the post was phrased in a way that was like, the community has ruined everything for everyone by everyone being annoying. And it's like, well, no, the community just, all the people did what people do. They just got the most out of it.
Sure, but it still generates a lot of complaints, and it's something that can be avoided just by not changing it so much and just doing a texture update or something. And it's I don't know, like, yes, everyone has the right to complain if they don't like it, but when it gets to so many and Hi-Rez keeps dishing out gems, which, by the way, like, yes, this is a free currency that they can give out for free, but it does lose them money because then less people are buying gems to buy that one cool skin that comes out.
It would lose them money in the gem refunds. It would lose them money in them remaking the skin, and it would only please like a small percentage of the people that play the game. So I don't think it's worth it, really.
No, I agree. Just do a texture update. People like texture updates. So there was another topic that was it's kind of a fun one. Which of the gods' powers in their laws, legends, and stories would be too OP or look stupid in the game? This was a post by Jay Alejo, who is a friend of ours. He submitted some concepts. So Qreacher _ says Nike literally can't lose.
Point. Definition of OP.
There's a lot of fun ones here, and I'm just going to read through them. Jibalon K11 says Raven can only be killed by Ram. Atheist Cell says Cabrakan would spawn dead. As Raina Blacker says, as would Ymir, Medusa, Fafnir, and Bakasura. Because they're all dead in their lore. This one I like though. Brawlhalla _ says the mana grew big enough to cover the whole earth in one step, so probably that. Just imagine.
Step on the Titan. I win. Ha.
Just a giant footprint at the end. Man. Evil Myself says Zeus turning into a goose. Edit. He turned into a swan.
Right.
There you go. So Zeus.
That sounds really OP. Swans are scary. Actually, no. That would be OP because everyone playing from Britain wouldn't be allowed to kill him. That would be breaking the law.
Wait, what?
It's illegal to kill swans in Britain. Did you not know that?
Want to anyway.
Did you not know that?
No,
every single swan
so
in
many.
Every single swan is Britain is technically property of the Queen. Therefore,
I think
it's illegal to
that,
kill them.
Actually. I think I may have heard that before. That's interesting. So, someone wants to talk about the most bloated basic ability in the game. Kuzembo, then M. So the most bloated basic ability in Smite Award goes to Loki. Loki has a very single target mid-late game kit. That's what makes him balanced. If you're grouped, he won't do much. But I just wanted to again show you what his invis does. This is talking about his one. It gives him hard stealth, and that's hard stealth. So people's like Izanami's stealth, Morrigan's stealth, Alquang's stealth are fragile, so they break on damage taken, whereas Loki's doesn't. It also gives him movement speed increase, slow immunity, and a lot of damage plus damage over time, and it provides you with 25% mitigations. Now, that is very bloated. However, the comments like to talk a lot about release Sol, especially the guy / girl Magic Fighter. Souls 3 on release. Now, I knew it was a stupid ability, Souls 3 on release, but I didn't realise it had so much going for it. Listen to this. It had a channeled damage over time, which it still does. It generates part of a passive. Movement speed, slow cleansing, slow immunity. It used to have root cleansing as well. It has invulnerability, CC immunity, phantom walk, so you can go through player-made walls.
I didn't know that.
It also used to have haste and a 1.5 second stun on the detonation of the trail.
Wait, so does it have all those first things now, like the root immunity and the intangibility?
Everything I just listed, apart from root cleansing, haste, and 1.5 second stun, are still in the ability.
I didn't know she could go through player-made walls in her 3. Oh, crap.
There you go. This is why...
That's a lot.
This is why you not knowing anything is part of the reason we're making the podcast.
Okay, that's a specific ability's effect. Come on, give me a break.
No. Also, small acknowledgement to abilities that are just as, if not more bloated than Loki's 1. Kabrakan's 1, Baron Samedi's 2, Darji's 2, and Chernobog Alt.
Chernobog Alt, I don't think that should be included there, because it does a lot of things, but all those things serve the same purpose. Like, it's, it's the knock up and then the throw and then all the... But that's just to do one effect, so I feel like it isn't bloated as much complicated.
Knock up?
Doesn't it initially do a knock up?
Chernobog?
I'm thinking of completely the wrong character. I was thinking of Cerberus.
Oh god.
Never mind.
Well, Chernobog's ult, I think it's just the fact that it has a lot of stats, right? It gives you movement speed after it. It gives you damage mitigation. It slows enemies. It slows every enemy on the map, plus revealing every enemy on the map. Plus, it's a global ultimate, technically.
Didn't it say basic ability though?
It did. That's fair enough.
Ha! I win on technicality, which is the best way to win.
But not on listening to the god's name.
That wasn't one of the assessment criteria. There we are. There's some big words.
Okay, sure thing. There's not a huge amount more I really want to talk about. There is a few things. Again, someone has suggested. I mean, we haven't spoken about this on the podcast, but it is brought up a lot in the community. Add multiple tabs in God Builder for multiple builds.
You sound very angry.
Not a thing yet. Yes, because it's still not a thing. Quantum is bad. Suggests this idea, and he/she even makes a nice little thing, like a little image of how it should be. It looks so nice, and they've done such a good job with it. So good job. Quantum is bad. Just I wish Hi-Rez would actually listen. But other than that, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about with community stuff before we head into the final section of the podcast. And that is, what will you never forget about Smite? Posted by Lead Heed Fred. Sorry, it's not Heed. It's Lead Head Fred. It could be Lead as well, because Lead and Lead are spelt the same.
Yeah.
But Heed is not, so I was wrong. It's Lead Head Fred. and that makes more sense. What will you never forget about Smite? So, whilst you're thinking of different things...
Have you got an answer to this?
I have answers from the community. So
you should really prepare your own personal answer to these questions.
Why? I give that responsibility to you.
Because then we have two... Okay, fine. I'll be the only one.
We have multiple things to talk about because I'm on the Reddit right now.
Okay, fine, sure.
Although in all fairness,
people want to know your opinion.
Well. Actually, I did think
no
about
one
this.
Cares.
I did think about this, and I can say that right now, actually. So the thing I will never forget about Smite is when I managed to. Okay, so I think this might have been the season 4 or maybe 3. I was playing Scylla in Conquest, and I was behind the Gold Fury whilst 3 of the enemy team were taking it. I managed to sentinel over the wall, crush down on the Gold Fury, killing it. So I stole Gold Fury, and then I managed to juke all of their CC. I didn't juke all the CC. I think I must have got hit by all of their CC, but still didn't get killed. I was on like very low health, and I managed to, whilst I was running away, throw out my one, which I think was fully maxed and managed to root 2 people with, throw out my crush and got a double kill afterwards. That's what I'll never forget about Smite.
If I remember correctly, you submitted that to top 5 plays, even.
Yeah,
you were so proud of that.
It never got showed. I think it might have been just before a patch as well. I think it might have been just before a patch, so it got like removed from the replay stuff. But yeah, that was my moment.
I think my moment, you just spurred a moment for me. When it isn't actually anything that I did because I'm terrible, but I remember one of our friends was close. It's become like a thing throughout our entire friend group now. He was really close to his first Penta. Like he was like he got 1, he got 2. We were all like feeding him the kill, like have this person kill this one, have this person kill this one, and it got to 4, and he was chasing down the last person, and who was he playing? He was playing Carly, I think. And he was basically the last person down. And then a coup cult swoops down. And this is a 5-man pre-made, so this is one of our friends. The coup cult swoops down and just kills them. Like they were on like 1 health. And at first, I thought that he'd killed them. I thought that the guy getting the Penta had killed them. But I was like, oh my god, you got it! And then everyone started shouting at this other friend. And I'm like, why? What did he do? And then the quadra-kill and the enemy has been slain sound effect played. And that was like the most epic and seemingly intentional pentakill steal that I've ever seen. It was really funny.
You can't even get out of that one, can you? You can't really call it an accident.
No, he literally coup-culted the last, and then went, oh, sorry, I thought that was, I didn't realise.
You can't get out of that one, I'm sorry. I would have thought your pentakill would have been your moment.
Was that just to bring up the fact that I haven't got a pentakill?
And that I have 2, yeah.
Even though I main support and only support mainly.
That is not an excuse. Is Ganesh your main support?
No, but Geb
then you
is.
Don't have an excuse.
Okay,
yes,
I'm sorry.
Geb can easily pentakill, like can 1v5. A bunch of bots. So that is it for community posts, I believe. We can talk about the segment. Now, the last 2 podcasts and sections, I had the idea for, and then made the name up, right? So we've had we've had god puns in each of the names. We've had Agni Aunt, and we've had Are You Smarter Than a Fenrir Old? This one, I thought of the pun first, and I was like, I want to get this pun in somewhere. So then
That'd
I
be
thought
a quality
about
pun.
what could it, what could be the section. So I'll say the title first. The title of the section is Deja Vu. Right?
What?
Deja Vu.
What's that meant to be?
Deja vu.
Oh my god.
I feel like
That's
having
quite
to
good.
explain that
I
to
do
you,
like that.
I feel like explaining it to you though meant that it wasn't very good. Although you are very, very dumb, so.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, have a guess. What could this be? I thought a long time about what we could do for this, and I think I found a pretty good idea.
I don't know. Is it just like, do you remember when this thing happened, when that thing happened, when this god was released?
Kinda. I am about to send you a website.
The audience gets to hear lots of keyboard clicking.
Yeah. So we are about to go back onto the Wayback Machine on the interwebs and search back all the way through Smite Reddit history. And we're going to go back to
before.
Yeah, so essentially what this website does is it takes essentially snapshots of websites, and so that in the future you can go back and look at it, how it used to look and stuff like that. Links are kind of weird because obviously if you click a link on the web page that it's snapshotted, that link could not be archived, and then it just breaks. But yeah, I thought what could be cool, instead of me going through some of these posts from old Smite Reddit, I thought we could do it together. Like we can look through it together, and if you find something interesting, point it out and we'll discuss. I have had a brief look through here actually, but if you want to go to 2012.
So it isn't a game. I'm not going to have to guess things.
There is no game, no. I tried to get away from a game. I was thinking a lot about games this time. But
okay.
I thought we did it last time. We're not going to do a game this time. We'll focus more on community stuff.
So it's a chance for all the old school Smite players to reminisce and for the new ones to realise the game's been around for a while. The Reddit's existed since 2012.
So the first snapshot of the Reddit was recorded on June 30th, 2012. So I thought what we could do, so that we have like more stuff to discuss if we ever want to do this section again, let's focus on the 2012 stuff, on the 2012 snapshots, and click around, see what stuff you can find. I will put this link in the description of the video actually, because it's cool to look around on.
This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I saw on the on June 30th, 2012, the first recorded one, submitted by _SOKK_ New God Guan Yu plus patch notes 0.1.944.1.
Ah, proper old school patch notes.
So this was when Guan Yu was released. It's crazy. Like I don't even know how many gods were actually in the game at that point. There couldn't have been many. And I think there was actually a post about there not being very many gods either. It's like, oh, we need more gods. Wait a few more years. We're nearly at 100.
There will be... Oh yeah, it's like 96 now, isn't it?
97 with Pele. In these patch notes, a new queue has been added for 5-person pre-made teams. Only 5-person teams are allowed to join this queue. So that was back when bloody pre-made queue was there. What a fantastic queue.
We played that queue for a while.
We played it constantly.
It was always like 15-minute queue timers when the timers counted up.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's the post actually I was talking about. Pers1an says, this game needs more gods, so I thought why not something from the old Persian mythology? And it goes into Persian stuff.
There still isn't any Persian mythology stuff in the game,
isn't.
so sorry, dude. There's a post here called Ao Kuang Help, which is talking about why Ao Kuang isn't played very much. But this is old Ao Kuang.
Yeah.
This is old. This is Kukulkan before he was Kukulkan before he was named Kukulkan, because he was originally called Ao Kuang.
Yep. Man. Here we go. Smite unreleased Pirate Sobek video. Here we go. Yeah. So Grimmant posted on June 30th, 2012. Religious group calls for removal of Hindu deities from Smite. So that was when the Hindu community made Hi-Rez changed the way that some of the Hindu gods looked for their culture. So that was back then.
I remember that because Kali used to look very revealing.
Booby. Yeah.
I like this post here. It said, "This is my current build. This is my current Ra build," and then in brackets solo mid. They like to specify that it's solo mid because they used to be duo mid, and the jungler would stay in mid lane for like most of the game.
Ah.
So this is my Ra build when I'm alone in mid lane, which is because there were several messes. DM Brandon's Smite tier list.
Wow.
Back in 2012, September 18th. I wonder if this still works. Oh, this will be good. Hold on. The S tier, top tier characters: Wukong, Guan Yu, Sobek, Odin, and Anhur. Which is very different.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
The lowest ranked gods are Artemis, Arachne, Hades, and Thor.
Huh.
Which actually hasn't changed a huge amount. They're still not very good.
Artemis is pretty good now.
Oh, okay. I should know that.
No, you shouldn't. That's your role on this podcast.
Oh, I fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
It's Friday. In 1 week, Ares will be released. Here's my take on what Ares should play like.
Wow.
This is a cool idea for Arena, which still isn't in the game, but it is quite cool. You know how like the crowd the crowd roars up whenever you get a kill.
Yeah.
Like the crowd gets a kill and the crowd goes yeah. It would be awesome if the crowd also chanted your god's name every now and again.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So while you're just playing, you just hear this like on her, on her, on her.
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be awesome. Maybe they're still working on it.
Still working on it. From 2012. What are your favourite lane combos? Guan Yu plus any other god. True story. That was from Anatoly. Probably back when he was a pro player. A well-played Hell is just awesome no matter what. Also Sobek / someone with a stun / trap. There you go.
Sobek. Huh.
Step 1 toss, step 2 stun, step 3 question mark, step 4 profit. Anubis / Arachne. Back when Arachne had her pull for her ultimate.
Oh yeah, Arachne had a completely different kit.
Pull into wrap and ult. Sobek Cupid is pro. Sobek pull Cupid stun. GG. I feel like people were just getting used to. I don't think people. It seems like people weren't properly used to how to counter like Sobek pluck and stuff because he was new.
Did Sobek pluck ever go through minions?
Oh, I don't know. I hope not.
So was that maybe it was OP then because it went through minions? Then they changed that.
I don't know. I can have a look actually because there's a God's History website.
Is there? Oh, that's fancy.
There is. Here we go. Charge Prey. There we go. Yeah, November 2nd, 2012. So what was I just on? Yeah, before November 2nd. So November 2nd, 2012. This ability no longer goes through enemy minions.
Yes, I knew something. Yeah, so it was OP then because it went straight through minions and just killed you.
Oh, interesting. So, downloading now, what do I need to know? Someone comments with, every amateur thinks they're pro. It's kind of funny though. Nothing really changes, does it?
Nothing ever changes. All communities are the same and always will be the same.
Interesting. So there's a thing here, Hi-Res's skin department, and then there's a meme that's like, alright gentlemen, we need a new skin. And then on a piece of paper it's like standard skin, and then the next piece of paper it's standard skin recolored, and they're all like, ah. So what standard skins got recolored back in the day?
I don't know. I can't think of many. Oh, no, what you? I think standard skin just means the god skin.
Oh, is that talking about recolors then?
Yeah.
Maybe recolors have just become a thing then.
Maybe recolors at that point were released as skins for the god, but weren't like released with the god like they are now.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, we just released these new recolors, and everyone was like, I don't care, and we still don't care, but we don't notice because they're just released with the god and go away.
Yeah, so this 12/11 said, I was so pumped to see a Guan Yu skin and then so disappointed. So yeah, this was a few this was probably I think a few months after Guan Yu was released. Oh, this is going to be fun. An Unher item build discussion. For Unher, I like to go Tabi 2. Only level 2 Warrior Tabi. Or Ninja Tabi, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Was it just called Tabi then or something? Were they later? They might have later been separated.
Possibly.
But
I have no idea.
Only level 2 though. I don't know how that really works. Executioner Ankh of the Golem.
What?
What the? Hold on, let me Google this. Ankh of the Golem. So it gave you plus 25 physical protections, plus 350 health, plus 15% attack speed, and its passive 1% of your maximum health is converted to physical power. The item was removed from the game in March 5th, 2014, the same patch that Scylla was released. Interesting. So yeah, in that patch notes it said the following items have been removed for the time being. Some may be reintroduced with changes in the near future to better fit the above trees. Yeah, because they just put them into trees, the items.
Oh, okay.
So Ascendance, Devourer's Touch, which probably came back as Gauntlet.
No, because I saw people talking about Devourer's Gauntlet, like, earlier.
Oh, interesting. Wait, so let's have a look. Is that still... Oh yeah, Devourer's Gloves it used to be called, yeah. So they were still in. Warlock's Ring, Ma'at's Tome, spelt M-A''AT, Magi's Cowl, Gem of Binding, Fatalis, Ankh of the Golem, Frostbound Amulet, Hide of the Leviathan.
Frostbound Amulet?
Yeah.
Going from an amulet to a hammer is quite the change.
It is. Focused Void Stone, Focused Void Blade, and Gem of Gaia.
The game is old, man. It's crazy.
Back in my day. That's been it then. I hope you've enjoyed us looking back at 2012's Reddit. Again, link will be to link in the description for the Wayback Machine website.
Carry on.
Thank you. The Wayback Machine website, which you can just type in the URL for the Smite Reddit, and it will take you all the way back. We also do other stuff as well on this channel. Obviously, Smite Community Concepts. If you're interested in that kind of thing, go check out the playlist for that. That's like probably the main thing we do on YouTube, I'd say. We also do some speed art videos that are linked to Community Concepts. Yeah, we're looking to do some more stuff in the future. We've got some cool stuff planned. So
we're working on stuff. We are actively working on stuff. Just like the stuff that we want to do currently takes a lot of initial investment of time to get it all working.
Yeah, hopefully
is all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna be cryptic.
Yeah, hopefully we can actually get that to you at some point. But yeah, thank you all for listening. Again, if you want to suggest anything to us that you'd like us to talk about, maybe you've seen a topic in the community, or maybe you have a question for us or something, then you can do a few things. First of all, you can comment on this video. You can also email us at nomnetworkofficial@gmail.com. You can also tweet us. We are at nomnetworkyt. If you use the hashtag SmiteComPod, then you can, we'll be able to see everything that you'd like us to talk about. But with that, thank you again for listening.
Also, I am gonna say, if you have any problems that you want us to solve, we have a section called Agnia where we solve your problems. So submit any to us. We will solve them for you at a podcast at a later date.
Yes, please do. We are great at solving problems, like how to end a podcast.
We're really good at that.
Take care.
Bye bye.